Well, good morning, everybody. I am here with my friend Marcellos Edmunds, who leads King's Church Heathfield. And Marcellos has been a friend of mine for a few years. Met you several years ago now. King's Heathfield is the church that Mosterberg goes to. Many of you would know Mosterberg. He's spoken at the church a few times. And now Marcellos and I were talking recently about just some things that him and his church have been doing recently to try and be a blessing to their community. So I thought it'd be lovely both to introduce you to Mars, but also hear a bit about King's Church Heathfield and what they're doing. So Marcellos, hello, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Why don't you introduce yourself to us and the church in Heathfield?
Yeah, so as Jez said, my name is Marcellos. I'm married to Hannah and I've got 3 kids between 9 and 6 and a boxer dog. I've been leading the church, I think, for about 5 years now. Before that, I was a policeman. And church is, I think, about 150 adults, so similar sort of size and setting to you guys. Heathfield's a bit of a market town, and I come to see occasionally, and we currently beat your rugby team on a fairly regular basis, but not every time.
You do what? Sorry, everyone on a regular basis?
Beat your rugby team.
Oh, you beat. Oh, so you're, of course, you're a rugby player. You beat our rugby team on a regular basis. Wow, you just.
We did last time anyway. Huh?
You've just done a gauntlet down there. You've not just introduced yourself, you've antagonized people at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's very nice when we come down.
So tell us what you have been doing individually and as a church recently to try and be a blessing.
So as a church, right at the beginning, we thought we wanted to do something to assist people who are on their own or lonely or couldn't get out, particularly the elderly. So we came up with this scheme and we called it Happy to Help, which is sort of like the most Middle England phrase that we could think of. We didn't want to overextend ourselves and be like, we can help you do everything. So we're like, we're happy to help with some things. And we did that with the local churches, all got together, made a leaflet, put it through a load of doors. And basically, we're just helping people do a lot of prescription runs. We're taking calls from elderly people who are stuck on their own, haven't spoken to anyone for weeks and weeks with no family. We were doing food for people. We did some stuff for a young mum who just had a baby and couldn't get hold of lots of, sort of right at the beginning where stuff was difficult to get hold of, couldn't get hold of lots of essential stuff. So that's been really good. It's been really busy. And it's just been a good opportunity to demonstrate a blessing.
You said that the council are now the council are behind what you're doing as well.
Yeah, so the council or the local council definitely have picked up what we're doing, and they're suggesting to people, well, if we can't help you, which sounds a bit like the A-team, doesn't it? If we can't help you, we can't help you, they might be able to help you at that church, which is been really exciting and really fun. Wow. And we've ended up doing, I think it's 200 different services for different people. Wow. Which has been really good. And the second thing that we did, I was talking to Jez a while ago, I can't remember what context, and he said that he'd been out with his boombox on the street, and I was like, you know, when you get that slightly sick feeling where you think, oh, I can feel like the Holy Spirit is nudging me towards this being something you should do, but you really, really, really don't want to do it. But I made the fatal mistake of telling other people about it, because that's a good way of forcing yourself to do it, isn't it? If you tell someone else. Yeah. So I've been doing that with one.
So you went out as a church, didn't you, to buy a speaker? Which...
Oh yeah, we tried to buy one, but you can't buy them anywhere.
Oh, okay.
We borrowed one off another local church who use it.
Okay.
So we've done it the last 2 Sundays, and we basically copied you guys, copied you. We copied your leaflet, and we basically go out and do exactly the same thing.
Wow, and what's the response been like?
Yeah, the response has been really good. A lady stopped us yesterday, it was yesterday, and said, are you doing this here every week? And we were a bit worried that she was going to be like, it's disruptive or something like that. But she was like, it's because it's really important. and people really appreciate it. We're thinking, oh gosh, okay.
Wow.
So we've had a really good uptake on it. I sort of borderline hate it, borderline love it. Feel good afterwards. The half an hour leading up to it, I'm having like heart palpitations and
Yeah. I know we had this conversation about fear and courage, didn't we? The hardest thing is actually doing something, and then once you've started, you're like, oh, this isn't as bad as I thought it would be. The fear lies to us and tells us it's going to be awful, but actually it's not been that bad.
No. And I'm totally terrified of it. And then I think, oh my goodness, I was a policeman for 7 years. The chances of someone coming out with a knife and attacking me are pretty low. I think we'll be okay. And then you get there and people are generally nice about it and enjoy it. And it's been good for us as well.
Yeah, I was so encouraged and inspired by your response. Just, it's great to be able to just share ideas and encourage each other at this time. And lovely for the church in Seaford to meet you. We'll have to get you to come and speak one Sunday when we're all back in our buildings and get them to meet you properly. Thanks for sharing and encouraging us. We'll be praying for you as a church, praying for your happy to help. You should get t-shirts like the guys in Tesco do.
Yeah, but we're only happy to help in certain parameters.
Okay, yeah, happy to help with something. Oh, that's great, really encouraging. Lovely to connect with you up in Heathfield, not too far away, and praying that God blesses you. Thanks for talking to us.
Good. Bye-bye.